August 6th, between 1 and 2 p.m., I was invited to sign a petition by two circulators outside of the DMV at Alum Creek Drive in Columbus, Ohio. When I asked what the petition was about, they simply replied by saying payday lending. I told them that I was against the industry. I thought their rates were too high and that they had to change the way that they operate. And the circulators responded by saying something along the lines of, so do we. That's why we're out here gathering signatures. We want to get this on the ballot so that people can decide. I was a bit confused about all this, as I was aware that a law had recently been passed and would soon take effect, and so I started asking more questions. What I got from them was statements such as, they charge too much interest, nobody wants them around, there are too many of them, and that is why we're out here. I asked the man with the pen to show me a copy of the statement that I was about to endorse with my signature, and as he fumbled through his papers and repeated his sales pitch to me, I then turned to the woman that was with him, and I asked her point blank, are we on the same page? I made it very clear what my stance was, and I asked flat out if we were on the same page, if she and this petition were on the same side of the issue as I, and her answer was yes, so I signed. On the next day, I saw an ad on the TV encouraging people to sign a petition supporting the payday lending industry. I realized then that I had been misled. I was upset that I had signed, but I felt as though I should have known better, and it was only one signature, so I didn't do anything. About a week went by, and I heard a report on the radio that this had been happening all around the state, and I decided that I had to do something. This just wasn't about one name, it was about many. I immediately began looking into the process to have my name removed. I spent the better part of the day making phone calls and sending emails, trying to speak to someone that could rectify the situation. Not surprisingly, the campaign behind the petition ignored me. With the help of the Coalition of Homelessness and Housing in Ohio, I eventually got in touch with the campaign manager, John Campbell. He returned my call on August 15th, but only to tell me that he would have to send me a form that I would need to fill out, return to him, and then he would go through the petition and verify that I indeed was on it, at which point he would send me another form which would allow me to go in and take the name off myself. I complained that this process would take too long and that it would not rectify the situation before the deadline of August 31st when they planned to file a petition. He agreed and said he would handle things as quickly as possible and assured me that he would send the form out the following day. That would have been August 16th. He waited 3 additional days and he mailed the forms on August 19th. I received the forms on August 20th, and as I said before, I had to fill out this form to send it in. And the form that he sent me was actually just a basic form that I had to fill in my name and my address, my contact information, where and when I signed this petition, which I had already told him in my voicemail and in my phone conversation with him. And then this procedure is going to be followed by an apparent search through the petition and some more paperwork. I suspect that this route will not conclude with the removal of my name by August 31st, nor will it allow for the satisfaction of others in my predicament. I endorse the efforts of the Coalition of Homelessness and Housing in Ohio to raise awareness to this issue and encourage others whose names were taken under such false pretense to speak out. Together with Ohio, I also seek a formal investigation into the petition fraud that has occurred on behalf of this campaign supporting the payday lending industry. It is my hope that Ohioans for Financial Freedom take responsibility for the actions of their paid petition workers and sees that all the names of those who were deceived are rightly removed before the petition is filed. I urge all voters who feel they've been misled by the payday lending petition circulators to call the Ohio hotline immediately at 1-866-966-8727 for assistance in having their names removed. Thank you.